As promised, folks, here is part 2, another solid hour of gameplay of Evolution 2. You're going to see loads of pack hunting velociraptors on Parasaurolophus throughout the entirety of this video. You're going to see that big carnivore returning from the first game, and you're going to see a dinosaur breakout and raptors hunting down human guests. Enjoy! Now, are you struggling, little power station? Let's find out. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you're fine. You're a Chad. Oh, I'm on about. No worries whatsoever. It's a great noise, isn't it? It's a beautiful noise. You don't want to sell individual pieces. Okay. So let's rig these for different things again. You see there's lots more choices as soon as you get to the mediums. I don't know what the high level one's going to be like. They're going to be crazy, but the lows are, you know, use them to get started, but I think you would basically always want to get rid of them eventually. What's that? That's a drink shop, I think. And I think that's shopping? I think? Burgers, bubble tea, action figures. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so. That was useless. Didn't get anything of any use. That's fine. Let's go back to researching over here. Can I do this? Scientist limit 3. What does that mean? Oh, hello. Nearly. I might need some more of my talented scientists. Well, those are my talented scientists. We need to give our scientists a break. It's what the game is yelling at me right now, basically. Let me just... I'm going to send my other scientists on this little task here. Just get us a bit of moolah. Just get Woods to do this on his own. Please, Chad. And then we're going to hop over to our staff center. And we're going to give all these a little bit of a rest. There we go. Am I 2 stars yet? How am I still not 2 stars? That's crazy talk. Give me my stars. I deserve them. I earned them. I want them. Oh, I got them. That worked really quickly. Oh, I just complain about things. Things will happen for me. Just like in the real world. Oh, he's on the hunt. He missed. Look, he just ran past it and then roared at the sky in anger. Didn't miss that time, though. Feels so much more natural. It really does. It's leaps and bounds over what it was in the past. What I'm curious about is their social. It's really low. Oh, cohabitation is actually their territory with other dinosaurs. So population, there's actually no individual social needs, seemingly. Because what I want to do is try the other raptor skin. I'm just going to make 1, I think. I want to try 97B. I'm just going to make 1. Never mind. Let's make a para. Right, we just need a staff member to be ready, and then it's para time. And it's daytime. This is the right time to do it. I really want to try it out. I love just seeing them dart around picking off the goats. They're loving it. They're hunting because they want to hunt, not just because they're hungry, because they're raptors, you know, it's what they thrive on. I think that's really cool. Not cool. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I wish I slowed down time and time for that. Looks like they had a little... Again, it seems like every single species of dinosaur has like a tussle. As a little thing they can do as they walk past each other that activates. It's really cool. Let's... get this para. This is a 97 para. Only one I've got at the moment. Okay. That's what it's all about, folks. This right here. Oh, it better work. I'm really excited to see this. We're going to hatch the para, and then we're sticking to the para. Right. Well, first, I mean, we get to see a Parasaurolophus, which is cool. I actually haven't seen one. Just want 1, right? Yeah, I'll do. Let's not put you in, Woods. You're a bit shattered. Just put Marcus in. Of course I can. Marcus here to save the day, as per usual. And whilst we're just waiting on that, I do want another staff center. And that's something we can now do, which is cool. That's just going to open the door to... you know, better staff and more staff, basically, and that's super helpful. And we can chill for a little bit. I'm going to tab out very quickly. I'm going to try to remember what time I tapped out, but... Okay, it's only been about an hour, so hopefully I've got an hour left. It might be half an hour, I don't know. But I should have the time to pull this off, which is really cool. I kind of want to complete this and see what happens, but it's low priority to say the least. Okay. Just let me get... This and the Suchomimus are now the two main goals. For sure. And watching as many raptor hunts as I can. Also, my head is killing me. Good job, buddy. Look at him. The ground is littered with the corpses of these goats. You see it missed there, and then it roared in anger because it missed. They always seem to get it on the second try. I know that looked a little funky. It's kind of like in, you know, like in a bad RPG game where an enemy brings down the sword and then it misses, essentially. No, it doesn't miss. It hits is the problem, actually. It brings down the sword and you dodge, and then the enemy kind of turns as the sword falls and it kind of hits you anyway. It's a bit cheap. It looks a little bit like that. But I think that's pretty understandable, and it is just leagues and bounds above what we had in the last game. It just feels so much better to look at, which we can do via this. This is actually more limited than last time. These walls are bigger. There we go. Staff center research done. Actually super helpful. So let's grab ourselves another staff center, which you can't do unless you complete that research. Feels so much better this time. I really do. By this point, I'd achieved... I think I'd got the Dilophosaurus at this point last time. So, you know, it takes some time to get going. But, yeah, I don't know. Right! Are you ready? Let's give this a go. Oh, I'm a little nervous in a weird way. It's very strange. That's our para. It's a beautiful moment. Okay. We're going to hop into capture mode, and we're not leaving capture mode. We are following this para till something happens. Also, by the way, this is a weird thing I noticed. There's no stop in capture mode anymore. I don't really know why. That seems like a weird thing to remove. I'm kind of sad that they've removed it. I hope it comes back. Alright, anyways, let's keep an eye on this para. I just want to see it. I just want to know it exists. Also, capture mode still has the buttons. Oh, wait, am I not in capture mode anymore? I was. Weird. Still has the buttons on the bottom right. So, oh, that's why, because you can pause it like this. Oh, there. Hey, that's super helpful. Look at that! How cool is that? Oh, my God. Wait. Yes! I think this is the better angle, even if it's in the shadow. And then play. I think they just kind of kick each other. Like I said, it's just that animation that plays. You know, they fool around with each other. What I am curious about, little quick experiment here. If I get rid this and this, do they lose? Yeah, they do. Very quickly. I want to see if it removed their prey need or if the power itself would do it, but given their comfort instantly went into the red, I'm assuming that they lost it. I mean, this should be a good setup for pack hunting, right? I don't see why not. Maybe I get rid of the goats and it'll annoy them, but maybe that's what I need to do in order to make them care about the power, I suppose. Who is, you know, looking, well, kind of looking like a power. Hasn't really changed since Jurassic World Evolution 1, I don't think. Wasn't really my favourite dinosaur in Evolution 1. I don't really know why. I love the J-Pog Parasaurolophus, but I just never clicked with the Evolution 1. And I cannot put my finger on why. You know, I couldn't tell you why. I don't think there's a problem with it per se. Just didn't click. Come on, Raptors. This is all of YouTube is waiting for this moment right here. There's no interest. They're just in goat mode. Okay, well, whilst that's going on, I should be doing other things, I suppose. Oh, wait. Yeah, get off, son. This ain't your house. Okay, they can jump on either side. The para's going to keep kicking them off. The raptors keep clawing away. It did take it down. So a single raptor can take down the para, but it takes longer. It takes multiple attempts. It's not quite the pack hunting we were looking for, but it's not bad. It's a step in the right direction. We will try that again, however. I'm not giving up on that in the slightest. However, I do want to start getting this research going. I don't know if I'm ever going to... Is there a 3 scientist limit to this? Wow, so I need 3 scientists with at least 3. I've only got 1 at the moment, and that's Woods. Okay, cool. So we can do that. We can do that. So first things first. Staff sensor. We're gonna rest you. I'm gonna train some people up so they've got 3 points in genetics. Like so. And, you know, we're doing okay money-wise. We can maybe find if there's someone else. There we go. Burhan Smith. Exactly what I needed. And someone really good in logistics is a good idea as well. There we go. And train those up even further. I like the idea of specializing. I think it is maybe the right way to do it. Is to have your staff members specialize in certain things, in certain areas. Morcus is my welfare guy. She's pretty general. Okay, cool. Okay, should we pop out another para? It feels bad. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Well, Smith, you gotta prove yourself worthy. You're a new inclusion to the crew. Oh, it was cool though. So what I want to do this time is see the same again, even if it's not pack hunting again. What I'm assuming is, because you could see there that the raptor could jump up on either side of the para, right? So I'm assuming the idea is that when it's attacked by 2 raptors, they can just both attack either side, essentially. I might grab... They're not that expensive, so we just grab loads. Let's just grab a bunch of them. Why not? Morcus! What an absolute hero Morcus is. Okay, and we'll wait for the rest, and that should let us get the... I'm about to do it anyway, so we have a little peek. Let's have a cheeky peek. New node? Oh, right, because I got Dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't care about that. Not yet. I do. I love you, Dinosaurs, but not right now. So, yeah, Smith absolutely carries today. And Firmino doing pretty well as well. And then speed it up a little bit. There we go. Awesome stuff. Awesome. I'm getting the hang of it finally. I struggled a lot with this scientist mechanic. Much more than I expected. Much more than I should have, realistically. It did throw me for a bit of a loop. Oh, I need to configure these, don't I? I'm being a big dummy. Wait, why is no one buying my food? It's happening again. It's happening again. These I can configure at least. So we're looking for, again, the same ones. That one, skeleton display. Absolute hero to all men. There we go. Really high appeal on these two is what's important. I should bring in some decent money soon, hopefully. Minus 3,000 at the moment. It's going well. And let's do the same over here. Fossil display. Shells. Skeleton display. A little higher in the green, maybe? Yeah, there we go. See, they all cost something to run. Those modules. But they start to pay off eventually. This one I just can't figure out. Is it because they're cheap burgers? Should we make it something else? What about vegan buffet? Give that a go. Everyone loves a good vegan buffet. I love a good vegan. I don't know if I love a good vegan buffet. Alright, Carnivals 3 complete. So we could. Oh, I have no money. Right, now I have to start being a little cautious about this. I didn't realize my cash had dropped so low. What I need to do is just hold forward and make sure I'm actually gaining money for a start. Yeah? Question mark? Because we trained up all our staff members, we bought new staff members, we bought some paras, we bought all those modules, we did spend cash. And I'm very, very conscious of what happened last time. So I'm just gonna keep a really, really close eye on that. Like, it's 500,000 for the Sucho. We're not spending 500,000 when I've only got 500,000. Let's release the powers, though. It doesn't... Wait, does it cost money to release? It doesn't. Sweet. So we get to see a quadruple power release? Oh, that's kind of beautiful. I like that it focuses on one dinosaur. And then it kind of, you know, focuses on the others afterwards. Right, I'm ready to pause if I see an attack happen. They're going to just run around terrified for a little while. But if it need be, we'll pause, then we'll hit capture mode, and then we'll go from there. And we'll just keep watching them for a little while. I do feel bad for them. I put them in there to die. A great personal expense to myself at the end of the day. Okay, so there's something going on here. Oh, the two! Both of them on! Para kicks them off. They're going in again. Oh my god, jumped on the head. And on the other side. One thing, it looked awesome as well. It looked really cool. Oh, he's dead. Oh, they're going again. Look at him! Oh, it's a shame it's nighttime. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was amazing! They jump on, they claw away. Para tries to shake. Bounces, kicks. Oh! Oh, incredible. This is a tough one. She's putting up a fight. She might kill my raptor at this point. You okay? Oh, she went down. And it's going on over here as well. One para remains lurking in the corner. Oh, she's preening herself a little bit. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. How good was that? I will try again to show you in the daytime as well. I'm just glad we saw it. It looked awesome. It looked really good. Like, so many latch-on points. I thought maybe there's one on each side. Oh, look at that. She fell in the right way. She's not even dead. She fell down, but she's got back up. Oh! Come on, girl. You can do it. Up you get. Up you get. Oh, she's looking weak. I wonder if you made them super tough. If they could just full on take out the raptor on their own, you know? That is fantastic. That is phenomenal looking. That was so cool. I'm actually just so impressed. My Rex exhibit has no power. Let's fix that, shall we? That was awesome. It looked... I'm super impressed with how that looked. My god. Yeah? Wait, where did my amenity power go? Where's my money gone? Is it because of the dead things? Can we get rid of them?
Asset requiring collection. Asset to be collected.
Look at them just zooming in. Jump. That was so cool. Lack of food amenity. Well, if they bloody went to the vegan buffet, they'd be fine. It's not my fault. What's something else?
Commencing asset transit. Asset being transported.
Where did he think there's no food? Yeah, this is a weird little bug. This is a bug. I mean, there's a food shop right there. Why would they not be using it? I don't get it. Is it not connected? It's clearly connected. And these two are fine. Why is this one not fine? Makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean, something will happen in a bit and it'll just pop and it'll suddenly work. Maybe they need a restroom. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe I'm stupid. Put a restroom in. See that? As soon as I clicked it, there we go. Okay, sweet. Because I need the cash. Okay, so I think that's the idea for a little bit. Make some money, because I'm not risking doing anything. I just want to keep popping paras out, but I do want to get this Suchomimus as well. When we hit 750,000, I will, I'll get the research going. Doesn't that look fantastic, though? I'm so excited about this game, in case that wasn't immediately obvious. Whilst we're doing that, we can do some stuff. We can maybe decorate these exhibits a little bit on the boring side. Does this cost money? It does. I take it all back. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, hello there, nice. Oh, B variety, so much better. I just feel like this is what a sequel should be, you know, in a lot of ways. What this game does. I just feel like it nails what a sequel is meant to be in so many ways. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the game, I've got to say. Guess comfort is a pain in the ass, though. I'll tell you that much, it really is. Ooh, that's tough. Upkeep is pretty high. I think that's probably mainly on staff. Oh, dinosaurs this month. Buildings. Scientists, yeah, scientists, miners. Recruitment, training. What about their wages, though? I don't see that as a thing. Yeah, either way. What I think we need for the guests is attractions, like these things as well. And obviously, they're having to walk all over the place. Like, realistically, in a normal park, you would have monorails and stuff going on. Anyways, what we can do now is send out a dig team. Not a dig team, a research team, hopefully, to research Suchomimus. So I need what? Oh, it's going to be tough, actually. Oh, no, it's not. We're fine. No, we're not fine. I'm one short. Oh, agony. I need one of these three. Smith, Tomino, or Woods. I need to see if I can train any of them. Otherwise, I need another staff center, I suppose. Yes, Woods. Genetics? Yeah. Okay, cool. That should be what I needed, in theory. In theory? Yeah. Let's have a little peek. I think we're looking good. Tomino, Woods. Wait, where's my other guy gone? Oh, that's Smith. Yes? Yes! Here we go! Right, so this is now top priority numero uno. We're just going to hardcore wait until we get the Suchomimus, basically. Because I'm going to need the money to build the exhibit. And also to hatch the dinosaur in the first place, which I'm assuming is going to be quite expensive. So I'm going to try not to spend a penny until that happens. Obviously, we'll have to send out expeditions and stuff, but what are we going to do? Let's go spend some time with our Pachycephalosauruses for a little bit. It's been a while, I think. What are these logs, by the way? How cool are these logs? How cool is that log right there? That's a beautiful log. Look at that. It's a stunner of a log. Look how it sits. Ooh, the little scratch animation on the ground. Really cool. At least I'm making money. Oh, hey! The herbivores are aggro in this game, I've got to say. I really appreciate it. Look at the tire tracks in the sand and stuff like that. There we go. Right, so we can start sending out the dig team now. This is my last big goal for the video. Suchomimus. Oh, right, it should be over here, right? Where is Suchomimus again? Why don't I remember where Suchomimus... Oh, damn. No, wait. Where's Suchomimus from? Why have I forgotten where Suchomimus is from? Is Suchomimus American? Dilophosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Suchomimus, Troodon, Suchomimus. Confused. Oh god, the money, that's what I knew it was around here. Oh god, the price though. Oh, just to unlock the dig site. Alright. I'm not sure what to do about that. That's a little spooky, I'm not gonna lie. That's a little on the spooky side. It's a lot of money. Is there anything I can do to, like, increase my income? You're doing pretty well already. You're doing pretty well. They're all doing pretty well. Oh, you're not configured at all. Okay, this'll help. How much do these cost, though? Oh, they don't cost anything. Okay. Sweet. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, so hopefully... Oh, look at that! 22k! Wait, why is this now making a fortune compared to the others? I don't know. But it is. Okay, that's really gonna help. That was a big boost. Getting 12k in every little jump. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's about 11, 12k per boop. And that's on quick mode. It's worth mentioning. This was a pretty common complaint with the first game. Complaint is a strong word, but it was a thing. Drive, Danger Team, drive! And, but one of the problems was that, money was super easy to come by. Super, super easy to come by. Like, as soon as you got past, like, didn't realize I said E. coli. As soon as you got past, like, the initial start of Evolution 1, like, you were loaded really quickly, right? That is not going to be a problem in this game. Things are more expensive. You're constantly refilling things and stuff like that. Like, it's just harder to come by money, generally speaking. So, I'd imagine it'll be much less of a problem in this game than it was in Evolution 1. I think we're going to be quite poor. I think some people are going to struggle, I've got to be honest. I think it's going to be tough. But I'm excited for a bit more challenge, for sure. You just missed that go. You did, you missed the go. Did you miss the go? It looked like you missed the go. You're still on the hunt. No, you're chill now. Look at the book Rex. We've got the tiger raptors. All the old skins. All the old legacy skins. Back again. Funny thing is, as I record this video, there is a Frontier video coming out tomorrow that looks at this exact level at Chaos Theory. Look at these people, by the way. All sitting down, all standing up around the amphitheater, surveying the Rexes. That's awesome. I'm just going to wait till I've got a little bit more spare cash before I do something stupid, I think. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's do it. I'm very aware of the time and that I want to get through this as much as possible. 7, that is a tough one. Oh boy, hopefully it doesn't cost me that every time or I'm screwed. And the requirements are super high. Like, 8 is super high. Like, genuinely really, really high. Yeah, that costs a small fortune, to say the least. But at least we're working on it. I don't really care about building an exhibit. I think I'm going to release it with the raptors initially. And we'll, you know, hopefully it survives. Oh, it's on the hunt. It's on the hunt. You screwed up, love. You messed up. Go again. You can do it. I believe. There we go. Just getting a little frustrated then, I think. It's like in, oh, what's that game I play? What is it? Oh, it's like when you play Dark Souls and you find you get something really big. And the technique to survive, generally speaking, is like stay at the legs or stay underneath it and hit it from there because they can't really swing underneath themselves. Or like when you play Primal Carnage Extinction, right? And there's a T-Rex or something. And you're like a little human and you just bounce around it. And it keeps getting annoyed and trying to bite you, but you keep hiding underneath its body and bounding around all these different areas. It's the same idea. The way that a Rex can't kill a goat. Unfortunately, much like in Primal Carnage, they make it eventually. Yeah, the raptors are awesome. This is just cool. I feel so much better now. It's crazy. But I'll show you the dilos, the decos, and I do have a little bit for all the research items as well. I'm going to splice this together into 2 separate videos, I think. Careful. Careful. Just waiting for this dig team to do its thing in the Tagama beds. Sounds like a lovely bed. I have a bed now. That might not sound exciting, but I've been sleeping on a mattress on the floor for the last 2.5 weeks. So, having a bed has actually been quite an exciting revelation for me. There we go. Right, let's see what we get. Were we lucky? Oh, 6. 6 for that piece of amber. That's crazy. It's going to get 37%. I think we actually have enough here. I'm gonna ram that task in right there. I think between that's 20. Yeah, we should have enough between these 3 that I don't need to send out another dig team and spend the money. If we can help that, let's nip back to our staff center. Give them a break. Who needs a break? You need a break. You need a break. Gotta keep them happy. Forward. Forward. Let's get you up in logistics, I think. Now, it's daytime. Let's make another Parasaurol office. I can't help myself. It is quite expensive to do this, but yeah, like I say, you know, I want to see it in the daytime as well. I really do. You leave him alone. Cheeky little attitude you're popping. Thought they were doing something interesting then. Ah, oh, that just makes me so happy. It really does. Oh! Oh! Oh, did you see that? That was like a... It was like a... Oh, did you see that? How would you not have seen that? It was like a sneak attack, almost. That was very cool. Yeah, these cost 155. I actually can't afford 2. So we're just gonna get the 1. This will be the last time. So I hope they're good to me, because I need to be able to afford a Suchomimus at the end of this. Yeah, maybe I should stop doing this. I need to afford the Sucho. Fossil extracted, so let's nip back. We should have got a bit of cash there. Yeah, we did. We can do a 4 and a 4. Or a single 5, I suppose. Yeah, the more extraction slots is actually something we should probably try to research. Would be very helpful. Where would that be? Welfare, structures. You see these are based on the 3 different scientist groupings. So I'm assuming it's structures. Guest comfort, attractions, amenities, power, infrastructure. Efficiency upgrades, paleomedical, dinosaur acquisition. Yeah, look at that. Expand park boundary. How cool is that? Not going to worry about that stuff though. I don't know, maybe you get some really cool stuff if you actually do the challenge, but I'm just trying to focus on what I would feel would be the most important thing, you know? I could be wrong. I also don't know how to increase that thing I was just talking about. Oh well, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Let's get this power out while it's still daytime. I just really want to see 2 of them attack the power, rather than just the 1 that we had earlier. There's a bit of cheap just lying around. Yeah, come to observe your fallen comrade. They're on the way. Just no chills given whatsoever. It's there. I must ram it. It's the way of the world. Alright, let's pop out this parrot. Let's watch that again. We're going to watch it again anyway. We're in speedy time. Raptor's already circling. Okay, let's hope. At least 2 raptors. All I want to see is 2 raptors. I know it's the same. I know. But can you blame me? Really cool new feature. One that I didn't think I'd really care about. Because I would very rarely do this kind of thing. You know, where you have your dinosaurs hunt your dinosaurs. It wasn't really a mechanic I liked or wanted to do. But they have made it so much cooler to see. That it's worth considering. And just... It's not really so much the pack hunting that I like the most. It's that the parrot's fighting back. Yeah, it inevitably dies, but I do feel like if you made a strong parrot, if you had more genes unlocked and you boosted its stats, and maybe it was against something weaker than a raptor, or, you know, it was only taking on 1 or 2, not 5 or whatever it was last time, that, you know, maybe you can, the parrot can get a couple of kills of its own. Get up, girl. Can I point out that I specifically waited to do this in the daytime, and then the entire thing took place in the shadow of that one singular tree. You are taking the actual mick. Oh, that's far too funny. Oh, God. Right, are we actually gaining money here? Yeah, but we're not really gaining more money. I guess comfort, man. I don't know what to do. I really don't. This seems good, though. I feel like this hasn't been worked on enough. This... I like the amphitheater idea, but I don't know how you'd make it super viable. It's cool, and that's okay. It's cool for it to be cool. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? With it there, just hanging over the other exhibits. I think that's awesome looking. Oh, we need to get rid of this. They don't like the corpses. He doesn't like endings. Away. Bye-bye, Para. Thank you for standing in the bloody tree.
Transporting asset.
At least we're making cash consistently. I don't have any problems with power anymore because we have an actual stable power station. It really does make a big deal. You can see that this one's been running for ages. I think we did refuel it. But this is fueling this whole area. This one... Wait, I have 2 power stations. But they're keeping everything going on their own. So this kind of just becomes... Like it says, it's a backup. It's no longer using its fuel. So if these get taken out by a storm, that one kicks in. That's what they should be used for. My mistake in the past, it was having like 20 of the bloody things. But I will say, you know, if you misplay and you do that kind of thing, and people will, the game will punish you for it. I quite like that. I definitely appreciate that personally, but... it'll catch some people out before the end, I think. Right, anyways, with that said, you know what time it is? It's Suko time! What can I do with Genome, first of all? I feel like I should always make the default... I don't know if this is default, though. Is that default? I kind of want to make this one. God, I can barely afford this. Cheaper incubation. Yes, that's what we need. Cheaper incubation. Yes, that's what we need. Beautiful stuff. Cost the exact same bloody thing. Cost me 775,000, but either way. Now, this will be interesting because I was going to move the Sucho away. What I'm curious about, though, can we have Sucho versus Raptor, or will large and medium carnivores now get along? Well, they did in the past, right? Yeah, they wouldn't actually... They'd kind of like square up to each other, but they never actually kill each other. They, like a Raptor and a Rex could have been this... Well, actually, Raptor and Rex after Return to Jurassic Park couldn't, but typically a Raptor and a Rex could be in the same habitat. And they'd kind of like walk up to each other and go, "Wah!" But nothing would actually happen. And then obviously Return to Jurassic Park added the whole custom animation thingamajiggy. This is so... 1.5 million for this awful, aggressive, antisocial Suchomimus. 1.5 million. Right, that is the last goal for this video. I don't think I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna tab out, but that's the last goal. That's the last target. Can we get 1.5 million before I have to go? I'm not turning off quick speed. I'm not sending out any research. Nothing that's gonna cost me any money. Actually, if nothing else, I might actually try to sell a fossil. Can you sell fossils? No. Probably not until you've got 100%. Nothing else. We're getting that Suchomimus. That is the last thing I'm doing. Well, I mean, it might not be the last thing, but I suspect from feeling that I am somewhat close to my my time limit right now. So we need that 1.5 million, and I think we'll get there. I think it's going to be tight, but we'll get there. And we can watch the raptors for a bit. We've spent a lot of time with the raptors. They are my favourite, but Dilophosaurus is really cool. Love that little headbutt when they do it. Sabotage! You can read that if you want. I'm not going to read it right now. Love the log. It's just part of the brush as well. It just kind of auto gets added. It just makes these really... Like, look at the environment. It looks so much nicer. One thing I would like is maybe like a density brush, but I think what they're concerned about is that these probably don't actually have hitboxes, per se. Forest is very different now. You know, there's no super dense forest here, at least, but we are in the desert. So, I'm sure there is in other places. Okay, I guess we kind of already saw it in the Boreal, the Taiga, you know? Tiger, whatever you want to call it. Look, they do little scratches on the ground. Scratch. Little shakes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to talk for a little bit about the game, I suppose, because I can. And we need to wait for another £1 million. $1 million, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, oh god, I'm making less now. I'm making 5k. What's going on? Maybe I should fire some scientists. These are making me an absolute killing. No, you're not, though. You're making me nothing. Why are you making me nothing? You're not configured right, that's why. Well, you can't really be configured right because you're rubbish and small. What about you guys? You doing alright? No one buys bubble tea, stop making money. I have no idea. And there we go, it made money again. It's a very confusing time. Can I fire my stuff? Is that a thing? Oh, yeah, bio. Right, I'm considering firing some people. Just because it'll clear up some cash. They cost a lot of money, scientists. Hopefully that'll get us to the 1.5 a little quicker. We'll see how much it goes up. Well, went up by about 16 that time. Yeah, no, that helped. Speed. Look, John Hammond's dream was a capitalist dream. Especially in the novel, Hammond was a hypo-capitalist, right? We have to be willing to sacrifice these people for the glory of the sun, which we will then praise as it careens over the mountaintop. The moon flickering ominously as it descends, like a scene from Majora's Mask. City there in the distance, looking beautiful. I should have checked it out at night time. I wonder if it lights up. I'll come back and have a little peek. How are we doing with our Rexes? Yeah, I don't know what to do with the amphitheater. Just let me put water in there, and I'm very happy. You know, I think that's the kicker. Just let us put water in there, and it'll be pretty much perfect. Never good for the Rex, per se. I guess if you built more this way, and you had more stuff behind here, that would become much more viable. You know, I think the problem is this is very sort of offset from the rest of the park right now. I think that's probably the main problem. 818, 832, it's on its way. It's also interesting that the because they all require prey now. You know, the goat feeder, the Rex requires 3 of them. And again, I'm hoping that there's a cow or something. If not in the final game, then at some point in the future. Did you miss? But what's interesting is that it kind of renders this feeder, the regular carnivore feeder, pretty irrelevant, because if they all have a prey requirement, then why would you use the default feeder? I think the idea is to keep them fed, so you could have the prey requirement there, and they'd eat less goats, and that's maybe cheaper to have the regular carnivore feeder. And obviously some dinosaurs, like say the Compsognathus, will need the carnivore feeder as well. But other than the Compy, I don't know what else would, per se. So I am a little curious about that. Also, why do none of my other feeders need resupply? Just these ones. It feels like the others are being automatically done and these aren't, but I can't really imagine why that would be. 169! Look at that money! I'm just hype. We're just waiting now. We're gonna sit by the hatchery and wait for good things to happen. Like goats, for example. Take a little look at the ground textures, looking nice. Sleepy little raptor. Oh, I did a little, yeah, look at it. I love that. A little scratch as well. It does the head scratch again. Oh, it's having a natural snooze now. I was ready to hit, pause. Look, the goat's having a nap as well. Oh, it's great. It really is. You can even see the nostrils flare when it breathes out. It looks really sudden, but that's because I'm on, like, you know, super speed. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, off you go. Do your thing, buddy. You're too close to glory to wait anymore. What was it? 1.55? 1 point... What was it? 1.55, yeah. Expected survival rate 75%. Oh no. Imagine if it fails. Oh, the pain. The actual agony that I would feel if this fails. This is an expensive dinosaur, and money is not coming easily to me these days. Oh my god, if this fails, I'm gonna cry. I don't think I'd have time to save up for like 2.5 million you need to do it again, you know? Alright, how much do we need scientist-wise? 10? That's why I kept Morcos. I knew Morcos would save the day. Okay. But it takes 5 minutes to incubate as well. Bloody Nora. It's definitely one way they're making the money harder in this game. They like the heavy hitters, you pay for them. You really do. You know, you have to pay through the nose for some of these big dinosaurs. But something nice to finish on, I think. Why do this? sounded freaky. Why did that sound so weird? Did you hear that? Might have been just like the raptor roar, but I was like... Does it every time? Oh! Oh! Why is that so creepy? That's very unusual. It's like a haunted ghost scream or something. It's bizarre, but I love it. I'm here for it. Deeply. One thing I haven't really looked at, is worth noting, is I haven't looked at the upgrades. I don't have any. But scientist capacity, decrease cost, decrease rest time, all that's pretty useful stuff. This one's got some as well. Decreased construction. Oh my god, look at these. Yeah, that improved administration. That's huge. That's really good. What's the other thing? Oh, additional... Okay, that makes sense. Oh, you can do it twice. So you can knock down... With 2 of those, you can knock down scientist cost, as in research obtain cost, by 50%. Which is crazy. Okay, here we go. I have time, in theory, to maybe wait until daytime. Is that crazy? Yeah, maybe, but I'm going to do it. Is that crazy? We'll get another para on the way. Just for something to do in the meantime. Let's get a couple of paras. Why am I modifying the genome? Nobody will ever know. We'll pop out a few of those and then we're ready for one final daytime. Suchomimus, more Parasaurolophus hunting, Dilo in my other video. I know I didn't necessarily spend the time to show other dinosaurs off that have reappeared, but I just didn't feel the need, I guess. You know, the dinosaurs that we've seen before, I just wanted to focus on actual genuinely new stuff. I'm very excited to see a lot of new dinosaurs, and we are looking at Suchomimus, which is of course a returning dinosaur. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's one thing to comment on graphically. The game, I wouldn't say it decidedly feels next gen. Oh, they say it does light up at night. Yeah, awesome. Look at that. Oh, look at the bridge. It's beautiful. I wouldn't say it feels like super next gen. I think the lighting has been improved. The dinosaur texture quality and the normal maps and stuff like that, I think have definitely improved. Obviously, there's like more stuff going on, like the AI is better and things like that, and that actually does matter when it comes to processing power. But yeah, beyond that, I'd say it's immensely different. I'm very curious to see if the differences between the consoles aren't really that graphical as opposed to, you know, we know like mixed eras, for example, won't be possible on consoles, but is possible on the newer consoles. I should say it's not possible on the Xbox One X and the PS4 specifically. Right. Not quite daytime, but we're very close. We're very, very close. Or maybe we'll see the Sucho take down a power as well. Let me just get a little bit of light over here. The morning sun is breaking. It's a beautiful occasion. I'm excited. Trees are shaking wildly in there somewhere. There's a few very scared Parasaurolophuses next to a Suchomimus. That'll do. Here we go. Cool. And he said, folding his little arms together. I don't know if it's a new model. It's definitely obviously a different skin. The Suchom in the last game was all about the spots. Now obviously it will have a pattern that you can apply over the top of this, but beyond that, yeah, it's just a cool looking Sucho. I feel like the eyes in this game have been much improved since the last one, personally. I do want to just watch it for a little bit, see if anything happens. I'm very curious about the interaction with the raptors. Also, it's probably not that happy, is it? Oh, it's lonely. Oh, no. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, they're doing it. So they are. They're squaring up to each other. Will it go any further than that? I don't think so. I think this is how it... So it's going to be like it was in the last game, where small carnivores and big carnivores kind of just give each other a dirty look, and then they leave each other alone, essentially. More Parasaurolophuses into the meat grinder. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am. You're a lovely dinosaur. You don't deserve this shoddy treatment I'm giving you. I actually have a decent amount of money again. That's all. You just have to hold off for a little bit sometimes, you know, and maybe, you know, that'll sort you out. Now, away from the trees, please. Thank you very much. Just wait until one looks like it's getting properly attacked. Hopefully by the Sucho, that would be cool. Away from the trees. You know what, let's just get rid of the trees. That'll sort the problem out, if nothing else does. There we go. It's a little bit of a more boring exhibit, but at least I'll see what's going on. Maybe. Trying to keep an eye on all three at the same time. I need a third eyeball. Why don't I have a third eyeball? I'll tell you what, the Sucho is... the Sucho is actually smaller than the Parasaurolophus. Like, legitimately. It looks a bit chunkier. Maybe it's just me, it looks a bit thicker. Like, the belly's lower and stuff like that. The chest is thicker. It looks great, actually. I really like how it looks. That's cool. God, all this time I've spent trying to do this. This is without aquatics, without aviaries, without any of that. Okay, I had a little cheeky tap out. I have about 10 minutes left, if it's a 2-hour session. And again, I'm very fortunate. I mean, I'm not fortunate in that I feel like I'm going to die. But beyond that, most people got about an hour and a half in this game mode, if not a little bit less. Technically, I've had about 3.5 hours. Didn't necessarily enjoy it the first time, but you know, at the end of the day, that's what happened. Whoa! 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 Oh, you know what? That's fine. Let's see what happens. Let's go out in style, shall we? Kind of missed that one. Do you want to do it again, buddy? Again. I want to see if people still, like, randomly fall to the ground. He just, hey, buddy, where'd you go? Now it's much more efficient, isn't it? It's brutal. I just like this arid desert environment, this tiger raptor chasing people down. Yeah! This one raptor, absolute rampage. Nope, slow down for a little bit. Reconsidering. Not so sure about your murderous rampage anymore. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. All the other raptors still in there being very chill. See, let me check on the Parasaurolophuses. Are we okay? Yeah, all three of them are fine, because the raptors have, really, they found other things to do, if we're honest. I'm just going to quickly repair that fence. Where was it again? I don't know. Where's the... Wait, where's the... This is not the right exhibit. There it is. I guess they were annoyed because of the, probably because of the Sucho, you know? I mean, they're going to stay out there, yeah. Of course they are. And away they go. And back. Back. The goat made it. Very happy for the goat. How many have actually made it out? Your guests are complaining about lack of drink amenities. I don't think that's their major problem right now, if I'm honest with you. Is that the only one out? No, it can't be, surely. It actually might be, you know? I think this is the only one that's escaped. Now it's having a little nap. It's having a little sit down. I think all the others are still in there. No, they can't be. No, there's one there as well. Any more? Yep, there's no, wait, no, that one's inside. That's the one I just pointed out. I love it. The people don't stop and fall over anymore. It's brilliant. They just hunt. When they get hunted, I suppose. What I really like about this, yeah, I know there's a boundary there. There's a map boundary there. I actually commented about this in one of the videos. There might well be a... Oh, they're going again. Oh, do you see the hands as well? The hands come out just like in Jurassic Park. You know, the arms come forward, the claws splay outwards, roars, lowers its body to the ground. It's a proper little hunting maneuver. I did lose a lot of money doing that, funnily enough. I think it's probably time to get rid of the Sucho, since we know what happens with that as well. But that was cool. Yeah, I'm glad I got to see that as well. Right. Can we quickly build a house for the Suchomimus? Probably not. I feel like I'm about to lose basically all of my money. For fairly obvious reasons. I'm not blaming the game on this one. This is very much my fault, considering what I just did. But you know, it's what it is. Just trying to make that work for the Sucho. Yeah, buddy, that was quick. They feel more efficient, the helicopter pilots this time, I would say. And we're into the negatives. This is where it begins. Minus 85,000 profit per minute from my amenities. I mean, it should be... Wait, is that still outside? What the... Where did you come from? And Paris have been having a lovely time. They've managed to survive, for once. There's note that they're lonely with 3. They've definitely got quite a high social requirement again. Yo. Hey, pause. Look at that. Oh, Jurassic Park. Oh, what a fantastic looking vehicle. JPE-07. So is this... So the idea is that JPE's Lasorna was abandoned for 10 years. And we've come back in 2007 to kind of rebuild it, basically. That's cool. I'm glad that I managed to end this video in bankruptcy as well. It would have been wrong if I hadn't, you know? It's just... I was bankrupt before, I'll be bankrupt again. It's fine. It's just who I am, apparently, at this point in time. It's who I've become. Now, let's get this raptor out of the way. Maybe we can get our money back. Oh, no. Whoops. Wrong button. Oh, the parrot died. I missed it. Okay, wait, we should see it again anyway. Hope you pop. Unfortunately, it's 1v1. But I mean, it's basically the same, right? Just less dinosaurs. Oddly enough. One para, fight back. No, you can't. One para remains sitting. How you doing? Feeling good? Looks stoned out of her mind. Oh, she's up. Right, come on. Let me finish off with some really good pack hunting, you know? At least we should start to see some money again, hopefully. That was very anticlimactic. Oh well. We saw some great pack hunting. I'm not going to complain. You know? I'm very curious if the stats of the para do matter. You know, if that'll make a big effect. No. Be chill. They should be happy now. They should have everything they need again. The Suchomimus I'd be more worried about. Yeah, I'm on minus 450. I mean, I'm sure I've lost a ton of cash just because of where is it? That's not actually showing. Yeah, we just see my income to go. Upkeep went up because we're paying for deaths. I mean, it should balance out, but I suspect I'll be dead by then. The Suchomimus will have inevitably broken out and killed someone as well. And now the raptors are still annoyed. And oh, wait, we see dinosaur breakouts. I've actually seen them yet. You're still bashing against the fence, that your thing. I really wish they climbed the fence. I think that'd be a very cool mechanic. I'm watching you, buddy boy. You know what funny thing is, I kind of threw caution to the wind for this finale, kind of thinking, you know what, I'm going to get kicked off in 5-10 minutes, I may as well just go a bit mental. And I haven't been kicked off yet. Like, I'm thinking, maybe I should have held off a little bit, you know? Maybe I could have got some more stuff done. Instead of just watching this raptor just scream at everybody who walks past. You're very not happy, are you, buddy? I think the Sucho has to go. Fortunately. Because I think by the time I'm ready to look after the Sucho, it'll have broken out and killed everyone. Fortunately. I don't think there's anything left for me to show you, to be honest with you. Anything that I'm feasibly going to achieve right now. Let's put it that way. Anything that I have to get past this minus 407,000 at the moment first. And then go from there. How do we sell? Yeah. Same as last time. And that helps. I put a big old dent in it, didn't it? 330k. Bloody Nora. We're back making profit from the amenities. Raptors will soon be happy again, I promise. Where's my 330k? Pay up. Apparently you had E. coli. Had no idea. Not gonna lie. I oft get E. coli and don't realise till many moons afterwards. There we go. Minus 3,000. He did indeed. Oh, my raptor died. I don't know what went on with this little raptor. It kind of just sat over here yelling at the world until it died. It was a very angry raptor. Not really sure what happened. Rather unusual. Also a very angry raptor right there. Bloody Nora. Absolutely ravaging him. Ranger Team 2 has been destroyed. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what to do with that. It's sitting there with the lights flashing. And the people just sit there.
Houston, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.